I'm starting with the lips, like this one. Starting with the eyes, but I didn't have the glasses on. Then the hair, made out with cotton, sugar cotton, I think. And I don't have flowers. No flowers. Happy birthday, Robert! Yay!
It's my turn now. Yes, go to someone else.
This is your birthday tape, Robert. We've struggled a long time to try to figure out how to do this, and this is the very best we can do.
Morris, you don't have to be so apologetic. We all know that Robert does this much better than we do.
This is going to be the best tape that's ever been made for anybody's birthday, so you better enjoy it.
Oh, my turn. Robert, thinking back to the first time I ever met you there at Hester Hardware, you know, you taking me on the tour of the back aisles back there in the nut and bolt section and the pipe section, the fittings. My life has been changed ever since. What can I say? It's just one amazing day after the other. Happy birthday, Robert.
Oh, sorry. Boy, we've been looking through some great looking photos, Robert. Always were a handsome guy. But I don't have an early memory of Robert. I think I'm gonna have to pass on this part of the tape. I mean, stop the tape. Just stop the tape.
I'm the same, Robert. I can't remember when I first met you. Maybe with David or Bob, somebody like that.
Robert, I do remember the first day I met you, actually. It was with Bob Goodwin over here, Penn's Bob. And it was pouring down rain. Both of us were on our bicycles. The streets were flooded. We were worrying about our bikes rusting out. And so the nearest place to pull in was Robert's house. So we pulled in, came into the living room. Bob introduced me, said hello. And we got our towels and started to dry the bikes off, and that was it. I've known him probably for what, 20 years, 15 years. So happy birthday, Rob.
Hi. Gee, I don't remember. I've only been in the family about 3 months, and I don't remember how we met.
Happy birthday, Moose!
Moose.
Goes for me too, Moose.
Take care.
All right, what are we on now? Are we changing subjects?
First time
I still can't remember
First time
where
I saw
met him.
Robert naked.
That I remember, yeah.
No, I don't remember that
Never
either.
forget that.
Yeah, that's right. Robert, this thing's been run for a few minutes.
Happy
I
birthday.
got, catch a plane. I gotta get out.
We're gonna have to think of something to say real quick, guys.
Real quick.
Robert.
Yeah, I know what to say.
What? Oh, good. Give it to
He
him.
knows
Give
what
it
to
him.
say.
Why, it's my turn again. I already speak. I don't know what to say. I was just getting before.
Morris hasn't said anything.
I remember the first time I met Robert.
Let's see. You were.
Of course, Robert
2 years
remembers
old.
everything. He probably remembers the first time he met me. But,
Let's call Robert.
let's call
You
Robert.
guys call and ask Robert any questions while you guys are here. I'll go.
What kind of questions should we ask Robert? When he first remembered, what's his earliest memory?
How did he conceive of the famous bamboo channel changer back in his bedroom? I mean, the man was noted for being able to spend literally hours without really having to pad upon the floor of his bedroom. He had, of course, the automatic lights, the volume control changing. He had, of course, the guitar by his bed, a few books. There was no use for the man to actually venture out of his own little
Bed potatoes.
Exactly.
Yes.
He got away with murder. There's no doubt about it.
Got away with not doing anything.
Oh.
No, I think, oh.
Is it almost time for the historical retrospective?
What?
No.
Oh, isn't that what we're
That's
doing?
the first time now, but
Now?
No, when did you first meet
We've got to
Robert?
do this too. Yeah, come on.
Yes. Come up to the camera. here.
First time you met
First
Robert.
time you met Robert. Down here.
Lean
Put
down a
your
little bit.
face
Stick
about
that
right where
out.
mine is.
right in the
There we
There you
go.
go, yeah.
Well, Robert, the first time was when your dad brought you over to my house for dinner and announced to you that we were getting married. And I felt so sorry for you.
It's the other way around.
And I didn't know he was going to do it either.
Was that the proposal?
No, I knew we were getting married, but I didn't know he was going to tell Robert
But then after,
in front of me.
after you saw how much Robert ate, you didn't feel so sorry, right?
Somebody just woke up. We can
Oh,
let
this is
Marco.
Marco.
Do you remember the first time you
Marco,
met your
does he
Uncle
remember?
Rob?
There we go. Where are we?
Let's bring the baby on over here. Yes.
Bum, bum, bum,
And
bum,
now
bum.
Michael will tell
Cue
everyone
music,
how he.
Bob.
Oh, he'll
Baby
still
music. We need some baby music. Marco,
Say happy birthday to Rob.
Happy birthday to
sing happy birthday to Robert.
Apple.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Well,
Let him fall in Uncle Rob's
yes. Here we go. Cue some music, Bob. Oh, just
Stay with the orders. Same song.
Well, so much for costume. Oops.
That's gonna be pretty jerky.
Michael, that was your pacifier.
Exactly, almost back on the child. Well, Robert, you know, I hope you don't hate this day as much as I hate it. You know, it's not my birthday. You know, it's usually when I had to work at Hester's. You know, on Saturdays, pretty tense time for me down there because I hated working on Saturdays to begin with. So basically, I give you one last. I hate this day. There you go. That's always an inside joke.
I'm sorry. I'm all out.
Next.
No, not me.
Sorry, Rob. I can't think of anything to say. I've only known you for 40 years. Shall we show some photographs? Too early for
I think it's
photographs.
time for a detailed inspection of the photographs. Okay.
Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Memorabilium Museum. Robert Blue.
Nice.
This is a
Man of
picture.
Destiny. Kind of oriental looking there.
This is when Robert Blue finally discovered the nuts and bolts of the hardware business.
Exactly.
His destiny was set at this point.
I like to know.
You can really see the future in hardware through here.
So that's probably
Michael's over here, actually.
exactly. Next, please.
Next, please. We're going back in time with this shot.
I can't comment on that. He looks too sweet.
Too sweet. Has nothing to do with the present.
Not a bad way to look, actually.
Here we have a sequential shot of Robert Blue.
Early Robert clowning there, clowning around. That one looks
His natural tendency.
His lips were that way for about 3 months.
And of course, always the clown.
Yeah.
It's great. Nice.
Put him in front of a camera.
Ooh, golly.
What a belly.
Wow.
It's not the belly, it's the neck that's important.
Or the absence of the neck, I guess.
I like that.
I'll be honest.
Robert Blue at adolescence.
Ooh.
I thought it was Ed Kennedy.
Ed Kennedy. I think it is. It is the Kennedy family.
Or Ed Haskell, one of the two.
We really couldn't get enough of these sequential shots, so we're back.
Yeah!
Robert Blue, inspired by the nuts and bolts.
Always a somber youth.
Yes,
Eyes towards the future.
that's correct. Robert's heart was touched this day.
Oh, man. Think of the heartburn that day.
Look how skinny he was.
Exactly. That was years ago.
And trying to mimic the famous discus sculpture.
Exactly.
Yeah. A bit of vooping here, maybe? A bit of vooping coming up. More acrobatics.
Whoa.
Look, Mom, no hands.
Let's see.
Robert Blue in
Cleaver.
Robert Blue in a contemplative mood.
Beaver Cleaver lookalike contest there. Gee, I wonder if Dad found out.
And back to the
fabulous
60s.
Ooh.
Look at that lovely hair. Looks like Captain Cook there.
It's kind of like a mop. Oh my goodness.
Contemplating the future again.
This is when Roger turned you on to a few things.
It's like his first,
Trying to find the right position to hold the head.
it was that first
Another-
experimentation.
That's Lorenzo. Get that big. That's Lorenzo.
Oh, all right. Excuse me.
Hey, how do I end in this
This
show?
is the first moment that Robert ever contemplated, do chickens have lips? He was... And another shot of Lorenzo.
Oh,
Marco, actually.
Marco.
It looks just like him.
that's his GQ pose.
And let's see, where's another? Robert learns to drive. Oh, excuse me. There we are, yes.
There's a big question who owns the car there.
Who owns the car?
The driving abilities haven't changed.
Oops.
It's about the same.
Back to the early days.
Early days?
Doing such a good job, Dave.
I don't like it, Dave.
Popping heads.
Let's see, okay.
What's that tuft of hair up there?
Robert Blue.
He had more hair then than he does now.
Robert Blue tries out for Texas Tech
Oh,
football.
I think he's getting it centered to him. Talk about a goopy.
And
large either.
Robert Blue, his first
town here.
night on the town, Robert Blue contemplates getting an MBA
At age 12.
at age 12,
Exactly.
yes.
He looks well scrubbed too.
He does, yes. Grease back hair.
White shirt, yeah.
Can anybody in the
We
room
could have sat at our table last night.
Can anybody in the room identify what type of hair treatment Robert was using here? What type of
Really?
Hey. Well,
Exactly.
and one more shot of Marco.
Marco Polo.
Little
And
Superman.
pretty much wraps it up. We have one more shot of the
Yeah.
famous Frisbee kill teams.
Of course, we're missing the saucers in that one.
Robert, this is your life. 40 years today, 40 years ago, 40 wonderful years. Never kind of sink it. So this is the place.
This is the first house of Robert Blue.
I can't believe it. I can't. Such.
Robert Ballou was brought in this house as soon as he born in 1950. That caused an overcrowding, so the family had to move.
So what kind of house they moved
I still haven't seen it.
to? Oh,
Yeah.
Bigger.
Bigger house.
See,
CC.
grande.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like
This
the
thing,
house.
it's got wheels. We have to leave this behind.
Okay. Casa del Robert.
Stop.
Nice house. This one's even better. Oh, definitely.
This is the bigger house.
Blues are moving
This
up.
must be the
Yeah.
bigger one.
Upper mobility, the American dream.
It's happening.
Robert Ballou passed the first years of his life in this house. Then they moved in another house in 1966.
56.
1956.
Didn't the greens and whites live on this street?
I think it was a colorful neighborhood. The greens and the whites were on this neighborhood. I think I'd like my $5 back.
Wow.
Oh, my neck. My neck.
My left.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. all out. An even better house. An even better house.
Oh, they're
Taller
coming
this
up and
time.
up in the world here.
It seems like.
Robert Ballou has been lived here for 10 years. Here in this house for 10 years. Now, because of
Wasn't this where Robert really got crazy?
yeah, he got real crazy here, starting playing with the nuts and bolts.
I see.
And for economy problems, we'll have to do a collection.
Collection?
For continuing the tour, you'll have to pay $1.
You take credit card? Yeah, but you bust a 50, little man.
Yeah, I think
Do
credit.
kids under 12 pay half price?
There you go.
Okay.
Here you go.
Let's pay the guy here. We want to see the rest of the tour, you know.
Exactly.
We don't
Can I
wanna
get
miss
those
out.
ceramic
everybody,
Robert Ballou
everybody.
canners?
You'll need to talk with my husband. I don't have any money. He's the cameraman.
Maurice, a cameraman, $2. One for your life, wife. One for your life, and one for your wife.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
I have to
wait.
contribute?
Wait.
My tour's ending here. I'm sorry. I'm going home.
That's the one I've seen in the movies. I remember this in magazines. I saw this in National Park.
I remember when John Travolta played him, and it looked just like it.
Just like it was good. Moved up to the wood house for stone.
Robert Ballou and his family moved in this house in 1966. From that day on, they lived happily ever after.
Happy birthday, Robert!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Rob.
Put the two in, Mom, you're great!
I can see the house.
Oh, this is it coming up.
This is it. This is the reclusive house of Robert Ballou. He's 40 years old now. He has even a 13 years old cat with one tooth. This house is even known as Casa de Moose because once I just said that this was Casa de Moose, and Robert began calling it from there Casa de Moose. This is the last house that Robert Ballou has. He still haven't bought another one.
This is it, Robert.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Robert. Happy birthday to you. Many happy returns, Rob.
Yeah, many more, man.
40 more.
40. 40.
Happy birthday.
50
Happy
more.
birthday, Rob.
Bye.
Oh, Robert.
You thought I wanted to go shopping, huh? Here, Michael, this one. It's your turn now. No, you
Go ahead, Michael.
That was